Hello, Christina.
How are you, Charlie? Ooh, I get my name sung to start it off. I don't hate this.
I was doing a little vibrato on your name, just like a
Love
little.
it. No one's done vibrato to my name before. They usually yell it.
Christina.
Yeah. 5 minutes before this, I got my name being yelled at. So yeah.
That's okay. I'm used to having my name yelled as well, and not by fans, usually by my mom if I left dirty laundry on the floor.
No matter how old you get, you're always gonna get yelled at by mom.
Yeah, it's my own house too.
She's looking out for you, Charlie. That's what it is.
I really appreciate that.
I want to start off by saying congrats to you. I feel like so many big things are happening for you in 2022.
I know. I can't believe how with this light switch song, I can't believe how I just saw it today. So we're almost at 70 million streams on just one platform. It's almost at top 10 at radio.
Yeah.
The video has almost like 35 million views, and I only know this because I just looked at everything. I'm not like at every
Doing the
moment.
analytics every day.
Well, I do, but whatever. It's doing really well, and thanks for playing it. It means a lot. I can't believe how well it's doing.
Between you and me, it is like one of the few songs that I actually can't be doing anything else when I'm playing on the air. I have to blast it and have a moment in the studio. That's the mark of a great song.
And it sounds good when you play it really loud too.
You gotta crank it up. Yeah.
You gotta crank it up. This is very maybe a little too musical termy
Bring
wormy,
it on.
but it's usually the way you master a record is you slam it with like a plug-in and make it really, the waveform is really squashed. But I made mine for Light Switch just a little bit lower than maybe some other records that you would hear, for it to one stand out. It's like a little bit lower. So you're kind of forced to turn up the volume a little bit. It's what I did on Attention too. It just sounds better to me. It's not maybe as exciting like when you listen to it just first listen, but like third or fourth listen, you start to get used to it.
I loved it from the very first listen. I was like, this is a hit. Before it even got on radio, I knew it was going to be a hit.
Damn, thank you. Well, I knock on wood. We'll wait for that research to come in, whatever that means. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't even know why I'm saying that.
That's the industry term. Just wait for the research.
We'll wait for call out. Is that callbacks?
Callbacks.
Let's wait for callback. I want to meet these callbacks. Is it like a family that decides Dr. Callback?
It's funny because a lot of listeners, when we first aired it, they called, and then after the music video came back, those same listeners called, and they think they've discovered so many Easter eggs in your music video, Charlie.
Ooh, what? There are a lot of Easter eggs. Which ones? There's
Okay.
like 4 that they haven't found yet.
Okay, there's a lot with dates. Also, they think you're painting the fence red because it has something to do with you collaborating with Taylor Swift.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay.
That's interesting. That's interesting that they, I will say my media trained brain goes to those product placements. Man, what a pleasure it was working with those.
Well, I mean, you're familiar with that too right now with Doritos. You were on a freaking Super Bowl commercial, Charlie. That's awesome.
And I saw that commercial with my mom at the Super Bowl on the 50-yard line. That was, and right after it got done playing, they put on that record I made for Kid Leroy called Stay. And they put it on like right after. Those records kind of, Light Switch kind of has that vibe a little bit. It's kind of fast, like that song.
I played them going into each other. Yeah, I think it was yesterday, and I was like, ooh, like I was having a radio moment, man.
Two Charlie Puth made. They sound the same.
Well, no, it's not that they sound the same. They just have that like good energy about it that you need to be blasting, and it's just.
Well, thank you.
There's so many songs that are like cookie cutters of each other. That's just like the same song, just done a little differently. Those are very different than a lot of other things going on right now, Charlie.
Well, thank you very much. You have a musical ear, and I appreciate the telling the difference between that. Yes, Stay is a weird one. It has a that whole ba 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 ba. I didn't think that it was Leroy's idea to sing the melody exactly the way I played the the keyboard. That was like a little genius moment on his part. That was really cool to see. And I was like, my mouth was like, what? And I just keep going, keep going.
I feel like you do that for a lot of artists, or like even, you know, people who aren't musically trained, like coming up with the idea of just a light, the sound of a light switch. How did that come to be, Charlie? That's crazy.
Ooh, that's a good transition right there too. I had always wanted to make a song with a sound effect in it. Because there's a I now I'm blanking, but there's a specific song that has a sound effect in it. There's many songs that have sound effects in it, but I didn't have one in my discography. So I thought it was going to be like a door closing, or, you know, me hitting the table or something like that. And then I realized I was thinking too much, and I thought to myself, I just need to turn my brain off. If I had a light switch, I would turn my brain off just like this. And I was like, ooh, wait, that's dope. And I started writing this like really sad piano song, and it sounded a little too melodramatic. So I scrapped it, but kept the idea of the light switch sound in the song. And I had just made Stay. So I was like, okay, let's try it, make it like Stay, like super upbeat. And the drum pocket just worked with the little light switch sound, and the chord, I just wrote the entire, like, when you're moving your body around and around, I just freestyled that.
I love it. I loved your TikTok with like the 5 different parts of the song, like putting it all together. And I'm not big on TikTok, but that was a great video. Like, I've watched it multiple times. I'm like, that's just so genius.
Oh, well, thank you. It's how I make every song, and I never thought that people would care about it. That's why I never really talked about it on the internet, but I'm happy that people care about it. It's the only thing I really know how to do.
Well, we want to see more of that. So I know you probably have a new album coming out. So will you be doing more of that?
I do have a new album coming out. I will do more of that. And there are some songs that I haven't put on TikTok that people will hear the good old fashioned traditional way. It's boring to me now. I always want to showcase it before it comes out.
Yeah, no, I love it. And I love that you're kind of getting into like dabbling into the acting a little bit, like with TikTok, the music video, which, can I commend you for doing a video that wasn't like straight with the lyrics, that was like a little bit different, because every video is like that. I
didn't want it to be like that. And I've done a lot of videos like that early in my career, and I just don't, it's too literal. I don't want the video to be confusing when you hear the song in the background, but I just wanted it to be more of like, you know, like when you turn on a movie and you just have watched it. How many times have we watched Adam Sandler movies or Billy Madison? It's just, I wanted the video to be like super repeat watchy. Like you still have to find the rest of those. I call them ice cream cones, but they're called Easter eggs.
I love that. That's sweet. Pun intended.
Sweet. Dumb brain.
I've watched it a couple of times, but I'm gonna have to go back, but I think February 25th, and someone said August 12th, which I haven't seen where they caught that yet. So
that is funny, because there is something happening August 12th, but I don't know. Yeah,
but that wasn't intentional.
I don't know if that was intentional, but
that's a happy ice cream cone. Happy surprise.
It's a happy accident ice cream cone. Exactly.
Well, I'm excited to hear like your solo album, because it's been a minute, but also I love when you do collabs too. Like, you can do no wrong with all these different, very different artists, like Gabby Barrett, Elton John. You've worked with a lot of amazing people.
I have there's going to be no collaborations on my album, but I'm going to do collaborations outside of my album, which is what I'm working on right now. And I'm going to wait till those songs are a little bit more done to reveal what those are. But like, they're gonna make you look at the title and be like, huh? He did what with who? Huh? What?
I don't know that anything could really surprise us though, because you've worked with quite a few genres.
I've worked from Elton John to Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a mirror of like how I listen to music as well. I listen to every genre. I listen to fucking everything.
I love that. No one should just stick to one thing anymore.
No, I don't agree. I agree. I don't agree that I was reading a text message that I'm using my sister's computer, and somebody just wrote "I don't agree," and I said that at the same time, and that was a weird ice cream cone.
Or is it?
Or is it?
Let's talk about the Super Bowl commercial, because I love how you did two, one with you and then one where you're the beatboxing fox, which is totally my new nickname for you.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I am a fox. Clearly, I look like one. That was the easiest thing I've ever done, because all I had to do was submit my beatbox into Frito-Lay, and then they animated me and Megan Thee Stallion and made me look like I know how to dance. So that was very cool.
It's amazing what an animated character can do for you.
I know. I think people are going to be really disappointed when I come back to the East Coast on tour and they don't see me dancing like I did on the commercial. Maybe I'll just dress up as a fox.
Fox. The fox had a moment for a while, and they had the "What does the fox say?" Right? So
yeah, who said it? Those were really talented guys. I can't remember. What the Maniskin? No,
that's begging. Wow, I can't remember either. Was it that long ago?
Let me type it in. I want to know. Does
I hear it in my head, but
Yelvis?
Yes, right.
They're funny.
Would you work with them?
I'll work with anybody.
I love that. Who's on like the top of your bucket list?
Oh, Paul McCartney.
Yes, Sir Paul McCartney.
Sir, sorry, thank you. I need to apologize. Sir
Elton John would not be happy with you. Sir Elton John. I just did it now.
He called me this morning. I don't call him sir, but.
Well, I feel like you've worked together. That would kind of be weird. Sir? Excuse me, sir.
I feel like Oliver Twist.
Kids
don't know what that means.
What's that?
The kids don't know what that means.
They don't know what a lot of things mean anymore.
Yeah.
When you put out your music video and you had the lyrics underneath it, I was like, that reminds me when I used to get cassettes and used to get the booklet, and I would that was my Bible, living by those lyrics. So that's what it reminded me of. But kids won't know what that is. Well,
they are starting to bring cassettes back. I think they're starting to like cassettes.
Would you put your upcoming album on cassette? Yes! I drive a really old car that still has a cassette player, so I'd appreciate it.
What car do you have?
It's a very old car. It literally broke down in the parking lot. Someone's going to tow it later today. I feel like this is the day I'm having, Charlie.
I love cars with cassette players in it because it was so final. It's like, if you didn't bring the cassette, you don't have music.
Yeah, and you knew it was a good album when you would ruin it. Like it would get all, you know.
Oh, these kids don't know. They don't know what it's like waiting outside of record stores.
No, when the release came out, that was the only way to get the song. Thank you. I appreciate. I think we're 90s kids, so we can relate.
Yeah, we have the best generation of music.
We do. But I'm excited for this new generation of music for you. Keep putting out those behind the scenes videos too, because I love the one you put on YouTube. That was so fun.
I think I'm gonna make another one. I have another song that I haven't shown anyone yet, but I'm gonna show people that.
I was hysterical laughing when one of your guys was like shaking the table for that one scene, like showing like that kind of stuff. My brain, like that's where my brain's at when I watch stuff. I'm like, I wonder how that was made.
You gotta fake it till you make it.
Yeah, and you have definitely made it, and I'm so excited for more. Give me more radio hits to play, Charlie. Keep them coming.
You're very nice, and I appreciate that very much. I will give you, you'll have my album. I'm going to call it Charlie. It'll be out this year. And damn, thanks for playing my song with the little light switch in it. That means a lot to me.
Well, thanks for making such a jam, such a bop.
Move your body around and around.
Yes, and thanks for singing my name before, too. I love that.
Christina.
Charlie, have a great one. I look forward to seeing more Easter eggs and all the things to come for you in 2022.
Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
Bye.